After all the commotion in the offseason, many are still betting that the Golden State Warriors are the guys to win the NBA title. They continue with a fabulous trio, the tireless Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. And they also have Jonathan Kuminga, who in my opinion is ready to shine even more. The arrival of Chris Paul was undoubtedly a big hit, not only for financial reasons but also for the way he fits with the reserves and those who close the games. But taking a look at the first preseason game, I realized that Chris Paul harmonizes super well with the starters. This team now seems more fearsome than I could have imagined. In this video, we will explore how Chris Paul elevates the level of the Warriors, what we hope Jonathan Kuminga will show us this season, and why I believe this team is the most distinct in the West. Before we dive into this conversation, don't forget to like the video, as each like helps the channel a lot. And subscribe for more content like this. After the arrival of Chris Paul, I thought he would come from the bench for some reasons. First, at 38, it would be more sensible for Chris Paul to play less time, helping the bench squad, who definitely needs a top-notch point guard. Besides, having Chris Paul among the starters would mean that Draymond would have to be the big guy all the time, which he surely can do, but that would be a huge wear and tear throughout the season. But what happened in the preseason changed this view. Chris Paul is going to uncomplicate his teammates' lives on the Warriors. He was visibly well and dedicating a lot on defense. His intelligence on the court is also paying off on offense. Chris Paul continues to be a problem for opponents, managing to find his spaces on the court and doing well on his characteristic mid-range shot. But the key point here is that he is undoubtedly the best point guard with whom both Steph and Klay have had the pleasure to play. He is a master at finding teammates in motion or setting up plays in the pick and roll, delivering to Wiggins, Curry, Looney, and even to Klay cool shooting chances. Curry and Klay are, undoubtedly, two of the biggest threats when they are off the ball that we've seen, and having the assurance that they will be triggered when moving without the ball makes the Warriors even more frightening. Like, there are times when Klay Thompson is so awestruck with the play set up for him that he stands still for a moment. Now, let's talk a little bit about Jonathan Kuminga and the progress everyone wants to see from him next season. Kuminga shined in the Warriors' preseason debut with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, going up, finding teammates, showing his strength in defense, and doing well in long-distance shots. After this performance, Kuminga shared that he now understands his role well and has renewed confidence, thanks to the support from teammates and coaches. He even said he wants to continue earning their trust. Kuminga already had the physical structure and the energy to make a difference on offense and be a bothersome defender, and that's what he has been showing since he entered the league. He has a very quick burst and is one of the most explosive guys in the league, whether in half-court play or in transition. He glides very well across the court and is excellent in occupying spaces. He showed that he knows how to dribble past opponents and finish successfully. He showed an incredible ability to dodge blocks and make swift cuts towards the basket. And Kuminga's physical vigor doesn't stop on the offense. He also gave a little taste of what he can do on defense, both defending one-on-one and lending a hand to his teammates. He took on the mission of marking from DeMar DeRozan to LeBron James. What captivates Kuminga's defense, besides his physical form, is the good head he has on his shoulders. He is sharp in reading the plays, good at predicting what the opponent will do, and doesn't yellow for any challenge. Kuminga is emerging and already gave a taste of being an excellent wing in this league. Chris Paul's mastery in setting up the plays will be a huge asset for his growth, and with Coach Kerr, who we hope will give him more playing time, the expectation to see Kuminga being a key piece on this team only increases, both in the regular season and in the playoffs. Before we delve into the heart of this team and what they can stir up next season, it's worth mentioning that bringing Dario Saric was a masterstroke for the team. His ability to stretch the game will be a treasure. He did well on defense against various opponents in the preseason debut and has a way of always getting the pass right. Going into the next season, the Warriors have their iron trio, who will want to bounce back after the somewhat bitter year of 2023. Steph Curry, even with 35 years on his back, comes from a season averaging 29 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. He was also the guy who averaged 36 points and 5 assists in the NBA playoffs, rained down 50 points in an away game, and shined in the series against the Lakers, even with the loss in 6 games. Steph remains the best point guard in the league, which is a huge compliment considering his age and the amount of talent we have in this league. To bag an NBA title, you need a player who goes beyond, who is extraordinary. Klay Thompson, even though he didn't shine in the series against the Lakers, did well in 2023. He averaged 22 points, hitting 42% on three-point attempts, and was the guy who sent the most 3 balls in the league last season. And look, without Steph in 20 games last season, he averaged 26 points and 5 rebounds. Draymond will take a break for the next 4 to 6 weeks, but when he's in shape, he plays at a high defensive level for this team, being a key piece in organizing the team on defense. He also contributes a lot on offense, and everyone is curious to see what the tune between Steph, Draymond, and Chris Paul on the court will be like. In addition, Looney and Wiggins have been important on this team in recent years and will make a difference in 2024. Looney, who even grabbed 21 rebounds in a game against the Kings, did his role well and changed his entire diet and routine last offseason to be 100% for the team. Watching Kevin Looney in action for the Golden State Warriors is an experience that extols the essence of team basketball. With a humble demeanor, but a robust presence on the court, Looney stands out not for the points he scores, but for the silent and indispensable work he does under the rim. Whether grabbing crucial rebounds or making solid blocks, he is the type of player that strengthens the backbone of the team. His loyalty to the jersey and his willingness to do the dirty work, game after game, make Looney a true warrior. Andrew Wiggins, when he's good, is one of the best wings in the league and was one of the highlights of the Warriors on the walk to the title in 2022. GP2 and Moses Moody are cool pieces to give some depth to the squad. With Steve Kerr in command, they do well when they play at home, have championship experience with the core guys, and only lose a playoff series where Steph, Klay, and Draymond were on the court from the start. The Denver Nuggets, among others, have a strong team to fight for the NBA title, but if the Warriors are whole, we know they can face anyone. After all this, I want to know your opinion on the Golden State Warriors and their chances in 2024. How do you think Chris Paul will fare with the Warriors jersey? And what are your expectations for this new roster? Also tell me what you expect from Jonathan Kuminga and what a possible title would represent for this team overall. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this.